EUNICE is co-creating entirely new study programs at bachelor, master and PhD level. And it already provides training in global competences, languages and a wide range of subjects in English. International, cultural, scientific and sport activities enable us to promote mobility, multilingualism, integration and intercultural knowledge among regions. Events that can, this new academic year, be held in person and will further strengthen the ties between our institutions. Partnerships with companies are another strategic focus of EUNICE, generating new professional development opportunities for students and researchers. Outstanding examples of this are the industrial workshops and the new international internship portal. Additionally, new industrial doctorate and entrepreneurship training programs will soon be launched. In the field of research, EUNICE promotes joint projects by coordinating the R&D resources and agendas of its universities and providing support for the companies, as well as nurturing the abundant talent within the alliance. These actions are reinforced by the activities of the EUNICE research project, EUNICE, such as the creation of digital platforms based on the latest technologies, artificial intelligence to connect related research teams, blockchain to publish open research papers, and much more. EUNICE's vocation is to serve its society and therefore seeks key partners among institutions, NGOs, companies and students, creating links in a large community that grows every day for our common goal, to build the University of the Future. EUNICE, the European University for Customized Education, is part of the European Commission's strategy to boost higher education through alliances between universities. After almost 2 years of joint effort, EUNICE has seen the first outcomes of the project. Now the alliance opens its doors to 3 new partners who will help build the new University of the Future. Our innovative vision extended to the Polytechnic Institute of Viseu, the University of Karlstad and the University of the Peloponnese. And what does EUNICE offer its students? A virtual campus, a new flexible academic offer, and the possibility to interact with students and professors from other universities. A more inclusive, more international, wider European university. EUNICE is co-creating entirely new study programs at bachelor, master and PhD level. And it already provides training in global competences, languages and a wide range of subjects in English. International, cultural, scientific and sport activities enable us to promote mobility, multilingualism, integration and intercultural knowledge among regions. Events that can, this new academic year, be held in person and will further strengthen the ties between our institutions. Partnerships with companies are another strategic focus of EUNICE, generating new professional development opportunities for students and researchers. Outstanding examples of this are the industrial workshops and the new international internship portal. Additionally, new industrial doctorate and entrepreneurship training programs will soon be launched. In the field of research, EUNICE promotes joint projects by coordinating the R&D resources and agendas of its universities and providing support for the companies, as well as nurturing the abundant talent within the alliance. These actions are reinforced by the activities of the EUNICE research project, EUNICE, such as the creation of digital platforms based on the latest technologies, artificial intelligence to connect related research teams, blockchain to publish open research papers, and much more. EUNICE's vocation is to serve its society and therefore seeks key partners among institutions, NGOs, companies and students, creating links in a large community that grows every day for our common goal, to build the University of the Future. EUNICE, The European University for Customized Education is part of the European Commission's strategy to boost higher education through alliances between universities. After almost 2 years of joint effort, EUNICE has seen the first outcomes of the project. Now the alliance opens its doors to 3 new partners who will help build the new university of the future. Our innovative vision extended to the Polytechnic Institute of Viseu, the University of Karlstad and the University of the Peloponnese. And what does EUNICE offer its students? A virtual campus, a new flexible academic offer, and the possibility to interact with students and professors from other universities. A more inclusive, more international, wider European university. EUNICE is co-creating entirely new study programs at bachelor, master and PhD level, and it already provides training in global competences, languages and a wide range of subjects in English. International, cultural, scientific and sport activities enable us to promote mobility, multilingualism, integration and intercultural knowledge among regions. Events that can, this new academic year, be held in person and will further strengthen the ties between our institutions. Partnerships with companies are another strategic focus of EUNICE, generating new professional development opportunities for students and researchers. Outstanding examples of this are the industrial workshops and the new international internship portal. Additionally, new industrial doctorate and entrepreneurship training programs will soon be launched. In the field of research, EUNICE promotes joint projects by coordinating the R&D resources and agendas of its universities and providing support for the companies, as well as nurturing the abundant talent within the alliance. These actions are reinforced by the activities of the EUNICE research project, EUNICE, such as the creation of digital platforms based on the latest technologies, artificial intelligence to connect related research teams, blockchain to publish open research papers, and much more. EUNICE's vocation is to serve its society and therefore seeks key partners among institutions, NGOs, companies and students, creating links in a large community that grows every day for our common goal, to build the University of the Future. EUNICE, the European University for Customized Education, is part of the European Commission's strategy to boost higher education through alliances between universities. After almost 2 years of joint effort, EUNICE has seen the first outcomes of the project. Now the alliance opens its doors to 3 new partners who will help build the new University of the Future. Our innovative vision extended to the Polytechnic Institute of Viseu, the University of Karlstad and the University of the Peloponnese. And what does EUNICE offer its students? A virtual campus, a new flexible academic offer, and the possibility to interact with students and professors from other universities. A more inclusive, more international, wider European university. EUNICE is co-creating entirely new study programs at bachelor, master and PhD level, and it already provides training in global competences, languages and a wide range of subjects in English. International, cultural, scientific and sport activities enable us to promote mobility, multilingualism, integration and intercultural knowledge among regions. Events that can, this new academic year, be held in person and will further strengthen the ties between our institutions. Partnerships with companies are another strategic focus of EUNICE, generating new professional development opportunities for students and researchers. Outstanding examples of this are the industrial workshops and the new international internship portal. Additionally, new industrial doctorate and entrepreneurship training programs will soon be launched. In the field of research, EUNICE promotes joint projects by coordinating the R&D resources and agendas of its universities and providing support for the companies, as well as nurturing the abundant talent within the alliance. These actions are reinforced by the activities of the EUNICE research project, EUNICE, such as the creation of digital platforms based on the latest technologies, artificial intelligence to connect related research teams.
Hello everyone and welcome. This is the second EUNICE chess tournament. My name is Jan Kabzinski and I will be co-hosting this event for you with Lara Hernández. Today's event is quite special because we changed the format of our tournament. Last time we had 4 small tournaments, 2 quarterfinals, 1 semi-final and a big final for the best 10. But for today's tournament, we have one big tournament with all the players from the partner universities of the EUNICE University. Lara, could you tell us something about the time control of the tournament?
Actually, I can't because so I just know it splits, but it's 3 plus 2, right?
Yeah, it's 3 plus 2. Could you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. Yeah, right. So we have blitz time control, so our players will have to play really quick. They'll have to play as fast as they can, but still be as precise as it's possible.
But they cannot fall on time. That's the good thing about it. I mean, they shouldn't be.
Right. After each move, they would get additional 2 seconds, so they will be able to not lose on time when being low on time.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Chess still looks like chess, and you can still play good moves if you find.
That's the benefit of having digital clocks, because in the not digital years, I don't know, I think that before 90s, there was no opportunities to have additional time. And when the time was stopped for the player, the game was over and the player was defeated. So we will start in just 7 seconds. We will play 9 rounds, blitz time control. The best in this tournament. So I think that we will start with the game between David 2566 against Blind Poem, who won this tournament last year. And I think I can introduce him. It's Benjamin Maltier from UMons University.
Oh, and there is a voucher prize for the winner of the tournament that will be of 320 euros. So for the best player of.
Right. This money should encourage the winner to play in the tournaments all around Europe in the partner universities, because sometimes entry fees are quite big, but with this amount of money, it would be possible to play. So we have Caro-Kann, pawn of attack, with the Fianchettoed bishop. I think it's quite flexible approach from black, and we can see strong pressure on the d4 square. Maybe e5 is even coming.
Yeah, they should definitely, black should definitely break up the center with e5 now that c5 has been played, so e5 will be more powerful than when c4 was not played. So yeah, maybe you should definitely prepare for that. Black has a good position right now. It doesn't look like there is any big issue. So at least they equalize. Queen a5.
At least equalize, I think.
Yeah. Maybe e5 was actually already possible, but I mean, queen a5 cannot be bad. You will cast.
It looks quite annoying.
Yeah, rook c1. But a2 will fall because of
Right.
knight c3, bishop c3,
I'll
king
show.
a2. Yeah.
Now it's defended, and e5 is now possible.
Yeah, very
so,
yeah,
Benjamin striked in the center with it. White's position doesn't look well, I think.
No, it's already losing one pawn, and yeah. And black gets also the initiative, and even the bad bishop on c8 that was blocked by the light square pawns now is freed, so it can easily go out on f5 or g4. So yeah, all black pieces are actually playing. So on knight d5, maybe it's gonna play. It's gonna try.
Yeah, right. Knight d5.
But knight c3 seems to be quite annoying. Knight e3
Oh,
threatening
right.
the e2 bishop.
That's quite a good tactics. After taking, the pawn would take, and the bishop would go to a3, but the position would be very cramped.
Yeah, but after bishop a3, there is c2 even, winning the rook.
Right.
That would be trapped as well. So yeah.
So, black to the pawn, and they are asking what white would do with this knight. I think that. Oh, it does. Oh no, it's also offering a queen trade.
Yeah.
It should be, this ending should be very favorable for black because of that d4 pawn.
Yeah, but I think the queen exchange favored white because at least they got a bit more space now for their pieces, and there is no longer this knight c3 ID. I mean, it should. It's not that such a bad position now for white. And d4 can be weak as well because it's both a pass pawn but also isolated. So if it falls, then white's gonna be easily better. So there is this tactic, d3, knight f4.
Yeah, white missed it, but actually, it's a common rule that every queen trade may lead to losing a bit of our advantage. So we should really think it over. So, okay, we will come back to the tournament and look which games are on. Eskril against SGM Boulois. The Skrill is actually quite a nice fork by white. The Skrill is a player from my university. His name
you know him personally, okay.
Right, I know him personally. We played together on the academic chess championships of Poland. He played on our first board. And he just won.
Yeah, it was easily winning for white.
That was quite an easy game. So we have still 12 games. Well, let's go with Meisters against Ziegenmund. I'll tell about Mikołaj next time when we will see his game. So we have quite strange position, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, still black's completely winning. He has the rook up, so should be winning completely.
Yes, and the position of white's king is quite.
Yeah, but now he came to f3. I mean, if you look at the pieces, now he played g6. Yeah, now g6, maybe the white king is in big danger because it opens the f5. But before, the white king was quite safe on f3. But now, now it's completely different. Queen f2 is coming. It's even like mate almost. Maybe knight e3 is coming as well. It shows queen f1. Okay. I mean, queen f1, and it's queen g2 only move. Yeah, it's
right. And
okay. Trade wins. Yeah, it's not gonna be great.
It was a really good option. So
yeah, of course,
bringing back one of the rooks to the game. I thought about the A, and I think that going to the f3 is quite logical here. And also going to the D file to exchange the rooks, but here is subtle offer of nice trades for the price of the pawn, but white doesn't go for it. Already he did. It should be an easy win for black because I cannot see any counterplay for white.
Yeah, maybe we can switch to another game as well.
Right.
When they are so winning, we can switch probably.
So maybe where do we have? Oh, this looks interesting. Cesarin 2012 against Kamil Mat.
So yeah, white is up, was up an exchange. Now.
No, not now. This would probably lead to being a piece up for white, but black has some pawns.
Oh, and blunder.
Oh! What happened?
That's I mean, I think he wanted to go on A8 with a rook. But yeah,
Probably.
Yeah. So yeah, now it's completely winning for black again.
But it needs some technique to convert.
No, I mean, and look at B3 pawn is weak and it's just gonna fall. Black just needs to keep one pawn.
It should be sufficient to win this game.
And
well,
the A pawn is just gonna run. Yeah.
Right.
But okay, in Blitz we never know for sure. Everybody can blunder all the time, so it's fine under pressure.
We have famous PL Guram, which on the chat by Kamil, which means Poland rules. We have also a question from Genius Joby. How many games are there? There will be 9 rounds. Thank you, Claire, who responded on the chat. So we can go back to the game. And yes, the A pawn will win the game by
yeah, you can switch. No, maybe we can switch, no? Or you want to finish that?
Right. But it's the last game, so let's look at
game,
like on the mating by Kamil. I think Kamil is no Cesarin 12 and is mating and dead. So let's look at the standings, and I think that all of the.
So anybody you know that is leading the tournament?
Descrill and Blind Bomb. I don't know him personally, but he won the previous editions, so we can go for this game. Here is also a player from PUT. With black pieces, we have Julia Waligura, who also played on our Polish National Academic Chess Championships.
So yeah, we have advanced French on the board, and advanced variation. And F6 is very typical, of course, for black to play in the French, to break up white center.
We also have to look at the weakening of our king.
Yeah, of course. Sure.
We will gain.
But in the French, you shouldn't. I mean, if you play the French, it means you're not too worried about your king. Sometimes it still ends up in the center for a while, so it's not the safest opening for the king, let's say.
Right. Are you a French player?
I used to play the French. Yeah, I mean, I saw quite a lot of games. usually even the king can still stays in the center for a very long time, sometimes the whole game actually. So,
Okay.
but okay, now he castled and seems black has a very fine position. So it's a typical position of the French. So basically white is going to attack on the e6 pawn and black is going to have counterplay on the d4 pawn. Maybe you can show the pawns so that everybody sees. So d4 and e6. So basically there is counterplay on e6 for white if the e file opens, and black's gonna get counterplay on d4. And it's very double game, and everybody has his shot. So
right, white has. I mean, black has a bit of a problem with this black light scored bishop, but in
yeah,
is it common to play f5?
I mean, if you get mated, yeah, you have to play f5, of course.
Okay,
and here, I mean, it was quite hard to protect against the h7 pawn. You don't want to play h6, and on g6 you don't want to go. I mean, I would play bishop g6, and it's probably good compensation, maybe mate, I don't know. So yeah, I think f5 he had to do. But yeah, now there is this route, this very long route for the bishop to activate. Maybe bishop d8, e8, and then h4. Maybe you can show.
That's the maneuver Lara is talking about. But black needs a lot of time, and this knight, which blocks for a moment the bishop, also don't have many squares. Actually, it's only b8. So
yeah, of course. But I mean, in a dream world, it would be the plan, let's say, to activate the bad bishop. Yeah.
Very nice tactics, because after bc6, black would take on b3 with the attack on the queen.
Yeah.
But is it correct? Because yeah, it should be okay, I think. Does it?
So whose move? It's white to play. So
it's white to play.
Yeah, I mean, on bc6 there is ab3. So I mean, at least
here, yeah, right. So
yeah, I mean, you win the queen.
We would get 2 pieces for the queen, so it's not sufficient.
No, it's okay. But yeah, I think maybe a5, a4 was not really the best plan for black. Maybe just going for something more, because you said it was long-term plan, the fact to activate the bishop, but the position is very closed. So black has quite a lot of time to do it. Now it's a big mess actually. I'm not very sure. White extended quite a lot on the queen side as well. So there is
right, but black has already won the d4 pawn.
Now it's different, yeah, true. So now black is up a pawn, so that should be very good for black. Even queen.
Think about the g4 and not now, after taking back.
I mean, it's also weakening also the black king g4, so it's very double edged. But it's an idea, of course. But seems a bit risky. Now here black should be completely fine. Yeah, queen h4, queen h5 as well. Yeah.
Maybe bishop to e2.
Yeah, queen will retreat, let's say to h6, for instance. Bishop f1. Bishop f1 is a bit passive, probably. But okay, black is already.
Oh
yeah,
well,
it
wasn't good because the queen could take it.
Oh yeah, sorry. I assumed it was not possible, but yeah, of course.
Fortunately, the player with white didn't overlook
there was a bishop h4 winning straight away. White before. Here. before that if you can come back.
So bishop to d4 to prevent queen to f2.
But there is still bishop h4 actually.
Right. But
rather than bishop d8, bishop h4. Bishop h4 still.
Yeah, bishop h4 now, and black should be pretty advantageous in this position.
But okay, bishop d7 is very good as well. You want to involve all the pieces into the attack, and the rook is not playing. The bishop on c8 is doing nothing as well. So yeah, it's very good to involve everything. And
bishop h4 it's looking really good for black actually.
he can win a3 now. Okay, did it.
But
oh, sorry, my bad. So
I hope she wasn't listening to us.
yeah, me either. Would have been quite bad. Yeah,
that's
but
an advice
now
for
there
you
is
players.
Oh, that's terrible. He forgot twice. That's awful.
So that's an advice for you players. Don't listen to us. We made too many mistakes today.
There is no not the excitement of the game as well. So and it's split, so everything goes very quickly.
Right, and white is up a bishop, so
yeah.
Oh, and here is.
But that's a very wild game. I mean, everything's possible right now. I mean, even though
they got low on time, and that's why it's a bit. White need a bit of time to activate this bishop.
Not even actually. Black's king is so weak. I mean, you don't even need the extra piece here. It's the king that is the whole problem here.
Now we have a checkmate. That was wild.
Yeah, that was a lot of. Black was better at some point, and then gave up a bishop and a pawn. Sadly, chess geometry is quite tricky.
So maybe this game looks promising to watch.
Rook and
we
game.
have
So
Mariolo 2000 against Kev, and we have two past pawns which are about to be promoted. But
he gave
we have some complications.
Yeah.
Because I think that rook to a1 would win easily.
Yeah. It should still be a draw. Maybe. Oh no, so the rook always should go behind the pawn. Now that's very tricky. It's definitely not winning for black now. Or maybe. I mean, at least the rook is very passive on a8. The pawns are not gonna go very far away.
Without the support of any piece, they would
look
fall.
At this poor rook. Oh la la. That's very.
Oh.
Black is almost playing with the rook down. That's terrible.
Right, and here we have mating.
There is this tactic now. Yeah, tactic is coming. Promoting. It's over. Oh la la.
And the game is over. So
yeah,
really
this
nice.
is this exemplifies how activity in rook endgame is very, very important.
So let's look at it again. The rook was really passive, and that's why when hiding behind the king, it got lost.
Can you come back maybe? Or maybe it's too late. Maybe now.
Yeah, it's too late. So we have second round ended. Let's look at the chat, and we have many comments in French.
Oh.
I'm not able to translate right away.
I'll go to the chat then, if you can tell me on YouTube.
Okay, so now let's go to look at the game of the two Polish players, Deskryl against Szymon 1336. Okay, so I can tell something about Mikołaj because he's playing with white pieces. I remember that he told me that is a very wise rule that if I don't want to have a pawn on a certain square, I mean my opponent's pawn, I should place my pawn on that square.
Not a bad idea.
Right, and it's really changed my view at many positions.
Oh.
So let's look at this variation. So we got Dutch defense with the knight to c3 deviation from the main lines. Might want to benefit from the fact that black's structure is damaged, and he already did because white is up a pawn and this black dark squared bishop is not very active behind the f6 pawn.
That's the least we can say, yeah. I mean, probably one of the best moves would be bishop h6 and taking the knight on f4, if it's possible.
Right, because with this bishop, the king is quite safe. We can...
Yeah, and the king is definitely not attacked right now, with 4 pawns in front of it, so that's quite okay.
The position seems quite closed, so I think that the bishops aren't very active in that game, so...
Yeah, but now we will end up in a typical, if he takes on d4, on d5, sorry, we will end up in a typical position of good knight against bad bishop. We will see. I mean, I guess he shouldn't take on g2, and he didn't, so it's okay. Because in this position, if he succeeds in opening the position, then the bishop can be quite strong. If he plays, let's say, bishop f8, but it's quite hard to open the position because even with c5, there is d4, and position remains very closed. So yeah, looks white is doing very well right here.
And white and black don't have the knight to stop the pawn.
Yeah,
which would be the passed pawn.
Yeah. I mean, as long as white keeps the position closed, it will be better for sure.
It has the center, and black has worse structure. So
yeah, he's actually playing quite well with white. He's taking things very slowly because he shouldn't hurry right here. He just should improve every piece of his position. And then if he doesn't see a plan, I mean, it's black who has to create some plan, some active plan right here. A4 is actually probably a bit too, because b4 was an idea and now a4 has been played. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was useful to play a4. Maybe he can go for b4 right now as well.
Right, because here black can play a5.
Yeah, but you know, black should really try to open up the position. So I don't see really how. Maybe with b5, so removing the queen away and then trying to go. But even b5, there is c5, so not sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard.
But we could open up the b file.
Yeah.
So that's
maybe.
The plan Lara is talking about.
Not that clear because black is very solid actually. He has no weakness in his pawn structure, so he's not active, that's true, but no weakness. And the g2 bishop is not that strong because it's hitting a wall on b7 and c6.
And that's another rule maybe for our viewers, that if you play against a bishop on the light square, which is flanked, you should put your pawns on b7 and c6, and you should be really stable.
True. Okay, so now he's giving up his dark square bishop, so it changed the position completely. I'm not sure. I mean, now b4 is weak, so it's a long-term weakness in black's position.
Maybe
so.
a2 and a5?
Yeah, possible, yeah. And then rook a4, maybe. And yeah. Oh, okay, queen c1. He's very careful with white. He's very, very careful. I mean, it's not a bad way to play. In blitz, you should be very careful. It doesn't spoil his advantage, that's true. And now black did something with his dark square bishop, and b4 is weak. So okay, he should maybe try to avoid c5, but I'm not sure if he can. So on c5 he has d5 on the other hand, and he has a pass pawn. So yeah, if he plays d5, he has a. Oh, he took. Oh la la. What is this about? I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's strange, but he going for.
And he exchanged the light square bishop.
Okay, so he wants to go for the queen ending?
Yeah, but I'm not sure it's a very nice idea. I mean, but now there is simply bishop f7, no? Bishop f7 winning a piece.
And does it? But we have queen. We had queen, king.
Oh yeah,
f7.
yeah. Sorry, no. So king f7 is fine. So he tripled.
So about the.
So now there is not bishop. There is this room. But okay, white is completely better here because of two things. He has the d5 and he has the pass pawn on a4.
It should be completely sufficient to win the game.
Yeah, but it was before he changed the queens, because now rook and games completely. Okay, white is still better, but it's less clear than before. He's bringing the king. He's trying to get some time back, I guess. So f5 is, I mean, if we just follow there is this two weakness rule in chess. If your opponent has two weaknesses, you should win. So here, there is this a4 weakness for black, because a4 is a pass pawn for white. So it's already very hard for black to deal with the pawn. And there is f5 that is quite weak as well. And there is h5 at the end of the line. So yeah, everything's very weak in black's position. And so yeah, it should just win the game.
And Mikołaj exploited it perfectly. And about taking things slow, I remember when I used to play in my local chess club, every Friday we had blitz tournaments. I was really curious why the man who was winning. We had the nice tactic which wins the rook. The man who was winning every tournament was playing very solidly in the opening, and he was just waiting for the opponents to make an error. And the thing was, he knew his openings very well, and so we have another knight. He knew his openings very well, and he just waited. And I think that's something very good in blitzes, because we don't have much time.
Yeah, but you see, he applied the same method that this chess player did before. I mean, the guy who was white, I don't know who he was, but he was actually taking things very slow and very careful. So
that's
not a bad idea. And I actually heard, I mean, a former teacher of mine told me once that to be good in chess, you should just try not to deteriorate your own position. And it's actually a very hard thing to do. So yeah, it's also about taking things very slow. So okay, what do we have here?
So we have, so in this position, white's winning.
Of course, yeah.
So we were relating to the previous drama in chess between Magnus Carlsen and Hans Niemann, because the online event Meltwater Chess Championship. Magnus Carlsen resigned with black in this position to make a statement that he is suspicious of Niemann's play previous tournament. So we have Grunwald's opening, which is very sharp. Black lets white to get the whole center. It looks just beautiful. But he also has many resources, I mean black, to break the center and create some loopholes in the white's position. B5 idea was to, the B5 idea was to create discoordination because you usually play C5 in these positions and then knight to C6. And here black has to sidestep from this idea with the bishop to D7. So we had these moves. The A6 was pretty important, and white remained center. I think that white's pretty good. We have, I think that the
yeah, this is a typical, I mean, sacrifice when you play against the Grunwald, because you want to get some attack and you give up your rook. But if he gives up this very strong dark square bishop, usually at least it gets compensation, and sometimes, I guess, as in this case, it's almost followed by a mating attack. So yeah, it looks crushing for white, but I'm not sure about knight f4. Look at all black pieces; they are all none of them is developed, so it's just, yeah, definitely very nice compensation. Dark square weak, bishop c4, yeah, very nice. But okay, also what is very important is that white goes very quickly in their attack. If they don't, okay, it's still they should open lines. Yeah.
Remember about the tactics also for black, because the bishop is undefended, and after queen to c5, it would be lost.
Yeah, so rook c1 is actually not bad. But okay, now it seems a bit weird what happened to this bishop on h6. So
it looks very strange.
Yeah, something went wrong. Now it's okay. Knight e6 is a good try, because on bishop e6, pawn takes e6, then the rook is trapped. So at least white would gain the material back. So knight e6 is a good try, but I'm not sure. I mean, he's not forced to take, so he can just play probably knight d7 and develop. And
yes, because knight d7 is also very important, because the bishop is undefended. After a retreat of the bishop, we would have even mating ideas because of the rook to c8. Yeah. Okay, so but it didn't go this way. And that's very interesting, because black regains some pawns, but the king is opening a bit. We should probably retreat with rook, or defend it with or this way. Yes, it's even better, because we secure our rook and the bishop after taking on g5. Even though white is down a pawn and an exchange, now only in an exchange, it has a compensation in my opinion, but it's not that big as it was.
Yeah, we can still see a big conversation here. There is still this big threat rook c8 and white wins the game in 2 moves. So rook c8 was actually the threat. So it gives the black king this square on f7. So now it's not clear. Now it's not clear how white is going to continue the attack actually. Because the bishop is hanging and the black king is escaping now. I don't know. Probably.
We have f7 to repeat the moves.
Yeah, but
Or
I think now black is hoping for more. You know?
Right.
Because I mean he has nothing to lose. He has more piece, more pawns, and the basically it's not the queen who is going to mate the king by herself. So yeah, here there is maybe rook f3. So let's see if the queen c5 is a big problem, but I don't think it is actually.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, just I mean, as long as the king goes on light squares, then he's out of the reach of the bishop, and then the queen at some point is going to run out of checks, probably. Should find a shelter on f7. So he played it, yeah.
He went for it.
Yeah. Because even like queen c5, just king e6, and then what? King e6, queen c4, queen c4, king d7, queen check, but king e8, and then I escape, I try to hide some. At least, yeah, I mean, at least black won a pawn, so that's for sure.
And there are no checks.
Oh, actually, he found the way. Very nice, very nice.
The bishop is hanging, so we shouldn't. Okay, so here.
But rook g3.
Rook g3 should be enough.
Yeah. Could make white resign.
I'm curious if who is listening to us, but I think the latency is a bit bigger than what we have seen.
What did you say?
I am just curious what's the difference between the time that we are saying it and the viewers.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
But
I guess there is some time.
But I think it's too much on this time control because he did it just right away, so he had to see it. I think that even going for the pawn ending would be enough. Here, black is looking for a mate.
But okay, he's not gonna give up his rook.
No, oh, sorry, it wasn't available because the rook was pinned. And here we have
he's making one. So
okay.
yeah.
Very nice game.
Yeah.
Very nice game by black. I'm pretty impressed. So we can look at the 3 ongoing games. So we can go for the rook end game. We have passed pawn. Oh, so now we don't have. We now don't have. White is clearly worse because of the lack of the pawns. It's actually 3 pawns down. And with precise play, it should be an easy win, even though it's a rook endgame. With some g5 ideas. Also, we can activate the h pawn. h3 and going with the pawn should be enough, I think.
Yeah. Black king is too active.
In some cases, if those pawns were exchanged, it might be a draw, but not with this king of black, because he's too active just.
Yeah.
And now we have even some mating ideas after
King f6, yeah. I mean, he's doing it his way, but it seems to work as well. Fine.
There was some stalemate ideas here, because after taking and going king to g1, we have a bit of a trick. But, why did it go for it?
I guess it's just because it doesn't have much time.
Oh, where is he? Okay, I was a bit off. And that...
Yeah, now again the rook is very passive on the white rook is very, very passive, so. But it's struggling. Okay, now it should win.
Definitely.
But okay, it's never easy. Finish the game, even when it's winning. Ah la la. Ah, and now, wow, now what's going on right here? Okay, he has king g8. King g8 and it wins. Oh, he played the other way. But it still should win. Yeah. King g8 it was over because no check because f8 f8 queen.
Right.
You know, just 4 moves ago when he played king e8.
King d8 here?
Yeah, no, come back once more. Okay. He won? He won or he lost? He lost on time? Oh no, he won. Okay, great.
Okay, so
Fine.
everything's working. So we have two leaders, Matenocho and Deskrill.
Any friend of yours?
Right, Deskrill is pretty well known for me. So we can look at his game again. And we have Catalan opening.
Ah.
I usually don't see it on the lower level because, well, sorry. Players are usually afraid of this pawn because it sometimes can be lost. But black didn't go for.
Yeah, I have never seen that this way of playing with black. With
The
bishop b4, a5 and c5. I mean, it seems very weird.
Common, but c5 looks pretty strange.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not an expert.
Wild.
Huh?
The d4 is really wide because we are aiming for stopping white from going to the c3 with the knight, and gaining a bit of space, but we are lacking of development.
Yeah, and actually c5 has always this big background, big problem of opening the diagonal for the g2 bishop. So now look at the strengths of the g2 bishop. It's just such a strong piece right now. So it's paralyzing completely the c8 bishop as well. So yeah, it has this drawback. c5.
Maybe activating by queen c7 or
Yeah.
rook to a7 might be good, but
okay, so white should be better, but I mean, to make sure that he's better, it just has to develop this b1 knight. So probably bishop f4, yeah. Yeah, and then knight d2.
G5 and going for the knight to d2 and then to c4.
Nice.
I is probably thinking about this bishop because it should be quite important.
Which bishop, sorry?
This is the c5 bishop.
Yeah, I mean, he can just go back on e7. He shouldn't, yeah. Oh, he gave up the dark square bishop. Okay, so maybe, but knight a3, okay, it's good to develop, but I mean, if e3 is coming, then dark squares are gonna be very open for the bishop on d2. So it should be a way for white to play with e3 here or before, but even here.
Here we have a pressure on the e2 pawn, but we can simply.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play it. Yeah, e3 should be the way. And also, it's I mean, it's this general rule of opening the position for the bishops works again here. So white has the two bishops. You want to open up the position.
Right, and d3 is not an issue because.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe now it can be. You see.
Now it is.
Now on e3 very bad. d3 is coming, attacking the queen, and then e4 is coming. So now it would be terrible for white. Maybe you can put an arrow.
On which?
On
sorry,
e3. On e3,
yeah,
there is d3 and e4.
E4.
And then e4. No. On e3 there is d3. No. On e3, sorry. There is d3 attacking the queen. The queen has to retreat, and then there is e4.
Right. Right. You're right. That's why e3 is quite bad. I was looking at the chat for a moment.
Oh yeah.
Right, and Matanocho is from Spain. That's true. Thank you, Claire. And I would like to greet David de Tua. He's talking that we are doing a great job commenting it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not sure if I pronounced his surname correctly. Polish surnames are weird. Okay, so if I was white, I would look for the blockade of the a4 square, but this knight is a bit off, I think. But here, white is creating an outpost on d6 and saying that, okay, maybe you have a center, but I will go for the outpost, and I'm.
Yeah, and even from d6, it can do your idea and come on e4 as well. So.
And that's the difference between a simple player like me and the national master. Because Mikołaj is a national master. He told me that he also could have FIDE master, but he didn't want to because national master is worth more.
But again, he has this idea in this position of playing e3 because now there is a knight on d6. d3 is no longer possible, so he should definitely try to go for it to open up. To break those strong pawns in the center.
Since we have this rook on e2, it should be. We should look for activating it.
Oh, now bishop, maybe bishop d5, but I mean it's not even. Okay, b4 is a nice move, just strengthening c5. That is supporting the d6 knight. Yeah, but e3, I don't know what is he scared of. I don't understand. Maybe there is something. Yeah, queen d5 is a nice move. It's centralizing the queen as well. Queens are working like knights, so basically they are strong when they are in the center. Okay, now he has a very strong pass pawn on c6. It just should win. He can just play rook c2 and rook c1 and just doubling on the c5 and just promote.
It should be enough. I wasn't aware of this for a moment, and now we have white who's completely winning. I was looking again for on the chat.
It's fine. It's fine. That's why we are two commenting.
Comment from Claire that Matanoccio is quite a strong player over the board because he has almost 2200 rating points, which is well, a lot.
Yeah.
And
G5. Wow.
It's very brave, and I think that Black is simply going for an attack on the low time.
Yeah, I mean they should definitely. That's very good. I mean they have to try because they are bad. I mean they are worse on every other aspect of the position. So they have to go for something very wide if they want to make something happen. Okay, so now something happened because the pass pawn is gone, so it's completely different position now. Okay, white is still better because easy. No, I mean white is still better because he's a pawn up.
Has
Yeah, white is still better. He has a pawn up, and bishop is better than the knight, and bishop is working better with the rooks than the knight and rooks. So it's better, but it's completely different now. It has much more drawish tendency than before. I mean, black's king is also quite weak, so
the h5 pawn is weak, so
yeah, no, but black did a nice job as well. Rook f6 is still holding. Oh, and h5 is falling now. Okay, so
h5 falls, and now b6. That's quite impressive.
But it was a nice try from black because it was almost working at some point.
Right, but
now yeah, it's just game over. Oh wow, that's precise. Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice.
I'm just speechless when I look at it. Okay, so we have the next round. This Krill is 1 point ahead of the second Matanoccio. It's looking very good. Maybe we can switch now for games of other players, not only the Skrill. Maybe let's look at the middle of the board, not the standings, and we can go for the Huan and the Chess Meisters we were looking at previously. So we have Perk defense, early h4, and black prevented with h5. I don't remember in the previous years, before the era of chess engines, that the marching with the h-pawn was that popular. In some variations, of course, like in Sicilian Dragon, but engines showed us that we should always look for such ideas, because weakening our opponent's king might be very, very beneficial. I think that white is about to equalize, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, black has no problem here in this position. I mean, h4 is a bit random. We don't know what is this pawn doing. So yeah.
I think that going to the f3 and white would have some problems with the because it had to take with the g pawn, not because e5 pawn would be hanging.
But there is knight h6 and knight f5, and there are so many weaknesses in white's position. The king is weak, h4 is weak, f3 is weak. So yeah, it's I mean, black is doing a very solid job, let's say, for now. Knight f4 is a nice move. Maybe bishop f4 was possible as well. I'm trying to keep to save the knight, or attacking h4.
I don't like the idea of white had to take it because h4 was
He can still play bishop g3, so he was not forced to take.
I think that going to the c8 or maybe a5, it's even better to look for an active responses.
There is c2 hanging as well, so.
So going to the d2 and doubling up on the d5 for white.
I mean, black can exchange, just take, exchanging the two pair of rooks, and he still has an edge here, so white rooks are more active than black's rooks, so it makes sense to exchange them if you are black.
And add only a6 to prevent from taking it by white's queen, and it should be...
Yeah, but there is also c2 hanging, so...
Oh, right. So we don't have to worry about it.
Maybe we do, because b7 is then can fall as well. I'm not sure. Okay, knight e4.
Let go for it. So now we can easily play.
But yeah, now the knight was actually doing a super job at preventing the queen from entering into the position. And on c3, the knight was good. But now, now that the queen entered, it's different.
And here, the move h5 gives black king an outpost.
But like there is just queen b2 now, protecting b7 as well, and black is a pawn up, so... And e5 is gonna fall, maybe. Oh, okay, he played this. Yeah. And we see the weakness of white's king here, much weaker than black's king.
Is it a good idea to go for bishop exchange?
I don't think so, because the bishop on f4 is bad. It's blocked by his own pawn, and bishop g7 is doing a nice job of protecting black's king, so not sure it's necessary. But it's weird that the queen came back here. The queen could have come back on b5, maybe, protecting b7 and attacking
or
b2.
Playing b5 itself.
Yeah, but the queen could have taken on... no, it was a check, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so now, I mean, black can just go slowly again. White has no counterplay in this position. So how can he improve? That's a good idea. Good question. Oh yeah, that's a nice play. And then maybe coming from on g4 with the queen. I mean, queen g4 wins the game right now. And it's over. So he finds it, it's over.
He see it because it's...
Yeah.
He saw it, and we will end this game in a while.
We can switch of game if you want.
Right, because it will end in a minute. So we can go for the game.
Yeah, but this one is also a piece up, I think.
Also has ended. So maybe something not seen before. SGM Bulwa against Mekos. And black is clearly a piece up. Maybe let's just look at the more equal endings.
Maybe the first board?
Okay, let's go to the first board because we have Ziegenmund against the Skrill. And
that's a very interesting position. B2 is very weak, yeah. And black has no weakness, so black is pushing here for sure.
But at the same time, it's the only weakness.
Yeah, true. That's the whole problem. So, but okay, that's actually very nice. There is also this weakness that is the A file. So if black enters in the A file, I mean, it's the second weakness, but the problem is that the two weaknesses are very close to one another. So it's not creating any diversion. You should, when you want to win such a game, you want to divert your opponent from one part of the board and play on the other side, which is not the case here. So maybe it's just gonna hold. Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's very nice. That seems to work. I mean, that doesn't even work. It's much better for white now. If he takes, he wins the rook. Double attack on the king and the rook, and it's just game over. Oh. Wow, that's very nice.
That's something. Somebody's been
playing very well
lately.
And if he doesn't take, I mean, white is just better again, because, I mean, now the rook infiltrated the black camps. So rook e5 is going to come, and d5 is very weak. So, no, not here, because the pawn would take, but rook e5.
Oh, sorry, here, right.
Fine. No, but just, I mean, if he attacks d5, it's already... Okay, so he came back.
Treated, okay. So he's going for the...
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And there is no way to prevent it. It's a very nice finish by white. Or maybe f5 is the way, actually, sorry.
Wow. But here,
okay.
Going with the queen...
Seems that the king is too weak. Oh! He forgot that the queen was protecting. Oh, that's so sad. He was so enthusiastic about mating on e5 and he just forgot the queen. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrible. He did hold the job and now it's... Okay, he has to go back to the defense side because now black is better again. Oh, no, there is f4. There is f4. Oh, no, there is not f4. Sorry.
Right.
I'm dreaming now. Yeah.
Let's look at the position.
Oh, that's so bad. It was such a nice mate, if not the queen on b8. Yeah.
It's a shame, but still...
That's one of the hardest things to do in chess. When you are winning, then you have to switch to draw again and to defend. That's so hard for a player.
Sometimes the player who got the advantage after such a long time when he was defending, they sometimes forget that they can win. But here we can see clearly that black is gonna win. But in some unclear positions, players tend to misjudge their position.
Oh, king e2 doesn't look good because now there is probably king e4 and okay, f3, but now the king is very passive on d2 and f3 can be under pressure, big pressure. Yeah. Looks it's just winning, trying to win sometime. It just plays like that. That's a... Yeah, but now it's c2, rook c2, and the pawn is just falling. Yeah.
And
there will be no... I mean,
I think these two passed pawns will win the game, and the screw will.
f3 is not the most scary pawn we've ever seen. Oh, but now it's becoming scary. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's still fine. It's still it's so hard to defend that with white with being low on time. Yeah, so it just normal to...
Right, and we cannot cut the king because we have rook to d6, and that should be it. That should be it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he will win that for sure.
That was a roller coaster again.
Sorry?
It was a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
That was a roller coaster.
Yeah. Very big turn of events. But that's very sad for white because white played very well at some point. But okay, black was playing very well as well before, so that's chess.
We are playing the game worth of the final of the tournament.
Oh.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Skrill ended it, and we have now we will have the 7th round. And again, he's 1 point clear in front of the rest because he won against.
Yeah, but everything can happen. Everybody gets tired
And
with those
we have
tournaments.
the game between the Skrill and the blind poem, who won last year.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to look at this game because
you know the guys playing.
The Skrill obviously, but the blind poem won last year's edition.
Okay, let's look at that game.
Nimzowicz defense. Oh, so sorry, Nimzo Indian defense. Because in Poland we call it Nimzowicz defense, but Nimzowicz defense is something different in English. So we have the bishop to f4 variation, which is rarely seen. But we got this cramped position from black, and
yeah,
should go for.
I mean, black has to.
Changes.
Sorry. You want to go for what?
Black should go for the exchanges to free up.
I mean, for sure. But also, he should try to break up this very nice chain, a3, b4, c5. So a5 is the way, but also b6 is the way. But it seems to me that it's a bit too late. Like it looks like now white is actually doing not a bad job. Because usually the knight goes on d7, but now the knight on a6, I'm not sure. Looks nice for white.
Or maybe going for the bishop to d6, and after exchanging.
Yep. Very good, yeah. Very nice. Probably would have been maybe better.
Yes, I recall it from my games when my opponents had the weak e6 square, and it was just so obvious to go with the knight.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked it up with the engine, it told me, well, go with the bishop, exchange the bishops, and put then knight on the d6.
Because you have to exchange the defender of that square, so of the dark squares. Here you exchange the defender of the dark squares, so the bishop, and then you go, and your knight can never be challenged, except by another knight. But if you play, sometimes it's not possible as well. Okay.
Here's the problem: white has to retreat the bishop from this ideal square.
Yeah, but actually, the bishop is not ideal on this square anymore. I mean, bishops play long-term range, have a long-term range, so they don't need to be on d6 like the knights. So, I mean, the bishop, it doesn't bring it anything to be on d6. Okay, so white should try to find some coordination because his pieces look a bit stupid. Like, he should play probably something, f3. Yeah, but the king is going to be weak if he doesn't castle at some point.
Fortunately, white has dark square bishop to cover.
But you know, some tactics can happen. Already here, let's say I play knight c3. Okay, he played knight c3. And now dark squares are going to be very weak. If knight takes c3, queen takes f4, dark squares are super weak. And tactics just start arising by themselves. Just because you play a little move like f3, that looks like nothing, but it's always a big deal. So yeah, it's sad.
There is a very famous grandmaster among the chess community whose name is Ben Feingold, and his rule is never play f6, and for white it's f3,
Yeah.
which applies to this position, but white somehow managed to secure its dark squared bishop.
Yeah, somehow. Okay, if
Looks
white
like
castles, then white is better.
because of the pawn chain
Yeah.
and the space advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the pawn chain is super nice. Yeah, and the bishop e5 is a nice move. Just putting the bad bishop in front of the pawn chain. And maybe white can offer a queen exchange as well at some point. Like, let's say white castles and then play queen d3. But okay, he wants to go for something very direct.
Yes, because usually, I mean, in similar positions with this structure, black want to strike with e5, but now it's completely impossible. But white's plan is usually to take advantage of its space advantage on the queen side. That's why b5 is its best attempt to. So we actually have e5. Because
But
the other way.
d5, it's not good because d5 is falling.
All right.
So actually you were right. e5 is not really possible. Okay, there is some attempt to create counterplay, but it doesn't work. No, white is so much better. Look at those pieces on b8 on a8. It's just like black is playing 2 pieces down right now. Yeah.
Oh, so no. It's okay. I thought that one of the pieces.
you seem panic. Okay, so what happened? What is this? Oh la 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 la.
White is 2 pawns up, and actually those 2 pawns up. So...
Oh, he gave the c pawn.
But not
I'm
anymore.
not sure if it was the best choice. Because c pawn was probably one of the most important pawn in this position. But okay, it still should win, of course.
Pressuring the e4 pawn is good because we don't have any weakness to look at from black's perspective.
Yeah, but
I mean,
yeah, but white should play something like rook d8 and rook a8 and just go for the a pawn, you know. I'm not sure why he's not doing it.
Maybe he's taking things slow again.
Yeah, true. That's never bad. He's not spoiling anything, that's for sure. Yeah, now rook a6.
Yeah, and
it's over. Because if he wins a5, then yeah.
If he plays it, I think we can switch to the other games.
We can, yeah. If he plays, he plays.
Okay. So...
yeah. We can switch, I mean.
Yeah.
We can follow. It's up to you.
We can switch. Okay, so we have here Duva and against Mekos. Material is advantageous for black, who is pawn up, but its king is a bit unsafe.
Yeah, the king is so weak right now. Look at this f6 pawn, is like a piece. It's such a strong pawn.
And now, black lost its knight.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
But it's regaining the piece. Oh. No, sorry. I was looking.
Wow, g4. Why playing g4? It's weakening white's king as well. Because now there is some idea with rook f2 coming, and Some threat. Wow, what happened? Oh la la. Blitz is very, very hard to. Sometimes you just play you just play your moves and you don't know why. This game is just so wild. There is.
It's black winning because I can't see any.
Yeah, it's mate now.
Yes,
Wow.
it's.
But look, just because he played G4, that's insane. He did all the
Yes.
work, and then I don't know why he played G4. I mean, I know why. Sometimes your brain is just like, oh, let's go for G4. You don't know why, but you go for it. But yeah, and he was like, oh, that's so bad. That's so sad. I'm sad.
I think that she thought that her king was so safe that she can go for this wild idea. But it was too much. It was just too much. So we have again the Skrull who won the game, and he's 7 out of 7.
We should maybe look at
Pretty
one of his games at some point.
impressive.
Yeah, he plays very well.
Okay, we have what we can look at. Maybe Matenocho. Matenocho against Pablisu. And we have exchange variation of the Queen's Gambit declined.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
So this should be more a quiet game.
Right. The issue again for black is activating this light score bishop. Usually black goes for very sophisticated maneuvers because placing it on e6 is not very great. We can do it, but we want something more usually. Probably the f8 is coming.
Yes, a nice maneuver for black is sometimes to play bishop g4, h5, and g6 and try to exchange it against the light square bishop on d3. But h3 was played, so it's no longer possible to do that. Okay, it looks like black solved some problems here.
Yes, because now we can. At some point, I think that we can go for the g4, but not now. We
g5,
transfer
g4.
it. Yeah. At some point, I would transfer the rook to the h file, but it's a long-term idea. It's the attacking opportunity I see from the distance.
No, black is playing. I mean, so in this type of position, white should play on the queen side and black should play on the king side. But what black is doing here is like he's completely destroying white's counterplay on the queen side, and then he will have free hands on the king side actually. So, and we can see by playing a5 and b5, it completely destroyed white's minority attack. Usually white plays with a4 and b4 and they try to push pawn this way. But now it's no longer possible. So black did a very nice job. Everything is stabilized on the queen side for black. He has a small weakness on c6, but it's not even a weakness. It's protected 3 times and not even attacked twice or just twice. And now he will try to go for, as you said, g5 and g4 and create some attack on the king side. And it's like the dream position for black here, because you have nothing to worry on the queen side, and on the king side you can just go for it. And white has no counterplay anymore. So that's cool. That's a very nice play from Porak.
Right, and since we have this bishop on d7, c6 won't be an issue in a time.
Look at your ID coming on the board. He can play something for knight e5, knight e4, and trying bishop e4, rook e4, and so that the rooks will be involved into the attack via the e4 square. But okay, now there is a knight on f3.
So the idea
now
is
your ID is coming again. Wow, you were such a good. You knew already the whole game before.
It's funny, but the better thing is that I don't play these positions with black and either with white.
Yeah, you are asking too many compliments right now. So just try, just stop. This is just my genius speaking, you know. I'm just. Okay. So wait, come back. I'm completely lost now. What happened? Oh, he played Bishop G6. That's wow. That's actually a nice way to go, because if he doesn't go for that, he's gonna get a huge attack on the king, on white's king. Now it's a big mess, but I mean, he has no pieces to attack. So let's say I just. There is this queen. That's bad. That's very.
He's threatening mate on G7. So not anymore, but
at least it's a very good try in blitz. That's for sure.
yeah, yes, because without that, after playing to G7 before, in that position.
Yeah. If you play King G7 and Rook H8, it's just game. I mean, it's game over.
Okay, so we have knight to H5 and this check on H6.
Okay, if he comes on E8, it shouldn't be okay because of knight G7. But so he should come on D7, on E7. But if he didn't play it right away, there must be something as well. Okay, he came on F7, so he wants to repeat. No, definitely not.
What was the position before?
No, the knight G3 move was such a nasty move. Like, oh, it was such a nice move when he played knight G3.
I think that the king now can escape.
Yeah, but if I don't touch with white, I have to do something actually. Yeah, maybe it's not enough, but it's scary.
I would take the black's position. I think that after exchanging the
but white has 3 pawns as well. So it's still, I mean, it's still very good compensations, if not enough, if not already better for white.
But white rooks are out of play.
I mean, that can be fixed easily. I actually probably white should try to exchange queens, maybe, because the pawns will run more easily if queens are not on the board. Yeah, queen g3, but now queen g3 is destroying the pawn majority as well. It's 3 pawns, so, but I guess he had to go for it as well. So he exchanged. Okay, and now we have this endgame. And
weaknesses. I'm rooting for black in this position.
Sorry?
In the long term, I'm rooting for black in this position. Just have this feeling.
Yeah, pawns are not very fast yet, that's for sure. And yeah, actually, the fact that the G pawns are double makes a big difference.
That's true, and that's interesting, but
that's actually not clear at all. I don't know.
That's not clear, and I would say that
white. But pawns are very quick. I mean, how do you stop them? I'm not even sure you can. There is absolutely no weakness in white's position on the queen side. The bishop is completely useless, and on the king side, just pawns are just rolling. And yeah, now it's over. I mean, there is just king e5, and the king enters into the position. King e5 and king d6, and yeah, it's winning for white now.
So black should probably go back to the 2 and
Yeah, but there are two
Now these two
passed
passed pawns should be.
No, but you should go for king c6, but I would have go for king king e6 was actually wiser because it would have prevented the king from black's king from coming back to the pawns here coming to king here. Yeah, you have to make a barrier so that the black's king is not gonna come back. And yeah, now again we don't know if bishop maybe should be able to stop the two pawns. Yeah, I mean.
Now you're losing the.
Oh, but yeah, you lose the other one. Yeah, no, sorry, it's completely. It should be over.
Oh, it's. Now it should be pretty hard to stabilize
No,
this
it's
for
over.
black.
Over.
It should be over.
You just give the e pawn whenever you feel like giving it to create a diversion. It's just game over. Even without the e pawn. Yeah, I think you can switch. I don't know if there are still games going on.
Huh?
Yeah. Here, yeah, I can even go for B.
Okay, so what? Black resigned.
Yep.
Okay, so we have two.
That's a real
we
game.
have mating
Wow.
with knights. Okay,
That's insane. Oh wow, that's insane! Look, how did he end there? What is this position coming from? That's insane. But like he made a draw, right? Yeah, of course he made a draw. They know each other and they want to make fun.
Okay, so he actually managed to checkmate with 5.
Oh yeah, with so many knights, you have to be able to check, but to mate. But that's very funny.
Actually, I love these positions. They are so fun to play. But you have to be very careful because after losing a knight or two, it might be impossible to checkmate. Two knights it's impossible. With three, with three should be possible, I think. So we have the one game left, and we have.
Oh, okay. This one should be over soon.
Black is doing fine, but
it depends if he knows or if he doesn't know the way to mate. It doesn't look like he knows. Because they already did that twice.
Oh no!
Oh, that's bad. That's frustrating for Black. You know the Black's player?
Oh, I
don't.
know.
Oh no, because you were acting as if you knew him personally, you know.
No, I just feel bad for him because
You will see worse things. Don't worry.
Probably, but I don't hope to. So okay, we have the last game.
Oh wow! Already last game.
I don't know who to watch.
So who is gonna get the voucher?
The prize against Gary Scotty, but hey, Gary Scotty is two pawns down, so I'm rooting for the Skrill. But if you want, we can watch his game again.
Yeah, I mean it's the prize, the game that will define who's winning. Has he already won? Has he already enough
I
points?
think not, because
okay,
well,
so it depends.
he should be winning even after losing, because he has a lot of points. We call them Buchholz points.
Yeah, I know.
So he's surely winning the tournament, so we can watch the other games.
Okay.
So chess meisters against Matenocho.
Mm-hmm.
And we have kings again defense with this classical approach. It's Marochi. It's Marochi
Yeah, Marochi
structure.
yeah. When you have a c4 pawn and a e4 pawn like that, yeah.
Actually, I have to say,
sorry.
I have to say that I really enjoyed these positions with white, but I tend to put this bishop on g2.
Ah, yeah, I don't enjoy it, but I prefer
they are
black
very stable.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look.
But it's like you have to react to black's game, because black wants to break up your center with b5 or with d5, and you have to get ready to those breakups all the time, and every time you miss it, it's like it's a nightmare for you.
Yes. But if I prevent it, I'll suffocate my opponent. So we have c5. Yes, because after taking, we would take with knight over bishop. And we got this endgame. Black has this weak pawn on d6, and black is looking at the b pawn at the moment.
Yeah, d6 is a problem for black's position here.
It's a long-term problem.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, f4 is coming, so white is gonna kick out this knight from the center, and then king f2, king f3, bringing up the king in the center, protecting the pawn on e4, and just doubling on the d file. And just very, very complicated for black. So maybe he will get a counterplay on the c5.
He didn't go with your plan, which appeared very, very good.
I mean, it's okay. Still, he wants to keep things slow, so he can go it for later. But I mean, rook d2 and rook d1 are definitely the way to go.
It's also a very easy move to find.
Yeah, as well. It's not very sophisticated for sure. Okay, he wants to put. I don't know exactly what he wants. He wants to put some piece on e5.
I think that it's the idea is to put the knight on e5 and exchange some pieces after maybe.
Yeah, but he should improve. He should improve first the position. The rook on a1 is doing nothing here, and yeah, he should put that rook into the game and then start doing something with his knight, and probably first improving the king as well is important, as it is an endgame. Yeah, but okay, he's not spoiling anything. The knight is going to come back.
c2 was not a good option, so the knight had to retreat. What else? Again, doubling up on the d5, on d file. That's the only reasonable plan for the next two moves, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, but now he played. Yeah, but he played. He played a3. So maybe now I don't really like a3 because it's weakening b3 as well. Maybe black can play with b4. So yeah, you see it's weakening b3. So yeah, a3 was a big weakening move in white's camp. Okay, now he's giving up. The b3 pawn. Ah no, he's falling. Oh, it's a trap. So on knight b3 there is bishop f6. Sorry. Okay, so he's sorry. But it's becoming very tactical position, and at first it was just a very easy and sound plan.
Now they are going for some traps. It's like they are going to trick each other in every move.
Exactly.
So now the b3 pawn is not hanging. The knight is guarding it. Maybe we also, with black, should go with our king to the center.
Oh yeah. That's never a bad idea in endgame. So If you're not sure what to do, go for your king.
And on f8, we still secure our bishop, and here.
Yeah, so he's improving his knight. No, it's not. White still is better. I don't know how much better, but better.
Okay, so the f8 idea is on the board. I think white also should.
Okay, that's very weird that he didn't play simply rook d2. That's such a simple move. But apparently he wants to get rid of the dark square bishop, so yeah, maybe. But the knight on e2 is very misplaced, so I mean it will have to move again. So yeah, it's more waste of time than anything else.
The last few moves create a discoordination in white's camp.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm not sure what is going on, but I mean, the bishop was knight on b6, so maybe just rook c1 was possible again, improving the last rook. But
it looks like white is just doing some moves to gain some time.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we shouldn't forget about the time as well. It's just
because they are just
and they already played 6 games, so we always play bad moves in the last game. Everybody. So he won finally the weakness on d6.
But we have a spot on. Oh no! Well, no, we don't have.
Yeah, we don't have.
I thought about the c2, but why black will regain? Oh, you won't. Game will now a bit speed up because of the time.
But okay, look at the king that is on f1 that is not moving up. Rook c2, and maybe there is some counterplay here. Maybe not. Maybe it's a bit.
To c1.
Well, yeah, or king g3 first, maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, now we can change of game. We can change the game.
Yes, because that's the end.
Yep.
So let's back to the leader, the scroll against Gary Scotty.
He's again winning. Oh, he's there. He will win them all. Yeah, now he's completely winning because I mean he's gonna play g5.
But Gary Scotty lost on time, and we can tell it already that the Skrill, who is Mikołaj Nowak from Poznan University of Technology, will win the main prize of the tournament. So congratulations! Even when even before the last round, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
But we will look at the last game of the tournament.
Maybe not this one. I trust black to win. I guess that's the same guy who did it before with the knights, and he's doing it again. So
probably.
That's his main job.
But is he
and
going?
Now he's not gonna play
going for the knights.
Yeah, he will go for the knight. Okay, we can maybe. Is there another game left?
It's the last game of the tournament.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a bit funny to end up things like that on such a position. But okay, why not? Some say that chess is a very artistic game, so at least it will show us this side of the game. And queen b1 is never going to be played. Queen g8, sorry.
Right, it's too simple.
Yeah.
Okay, so this mate is pretty nice, and I'm glad that we ended our tournament in style. So we can say again that Deskril, who is Mikołaj Nowak, won the tournament. On the second spot we have Matenoccio. I don't know, at the moment I don't know his name, but blind poem is Benjamin Maltier, who won the tournament last year. Today he took the 3rd place. Now have plenty of GGs on the chat by the players. I would like to congratulate all of you, because you did a great job, and it was really fun to watch and to comment your games. So
Yeah, congrats.
do we have something on the chat? Okay, we have some congratulations and again GGs. So again, about the price, it's 320 euro, and it's for going for the tournaments in the partner in the countries of the partner universities. That's for it. So
yeah,
I
it's
would
a
like
nice
to.
price to study.
Right, it should be enough even for maybe more than one tournament. Should it? Maybe,
I
maybe.
don't know. Maybe. I cannot tell.
Well, the prices are going up, so we can't tell. So I think we'll be going to the end of our stream. I would like to thank the organizers for making this event come to happen. I would like to also thank you, Lara, for commenting with me.
Thank you as well.
To Toma Pilo, who is broadcasting our stream, and for today every person who contributed to this event.
Yeah, very well said.
Thank you. So see you next year on the 4th EUNICE Chess tournament. It was a pleasure for me. Thank you, Lara. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye. See you again next year.
Thank you.
Bye.
EUNICE, the European University for Customized Education, is part of the European Commission's strategy to boost higher education through alliances between universities. After almost 2 years of joint effort, EUNICE has seen the first outcomes of the project. Now the alliance opens its doors to 3 new partners who will help build the new university of the future. Our innovative vision extended to the Polytechnic Institute of Viseu, the University of Karlstad, and the University of the Peloponnese. And what does EUNICE offer its students? A virtual campus, a new flexible academic offer, and the possibility to interact with students and professors from other universities. A more inclusive, more international, wider European university. EUNICE is co-creating entirely new study programs at bachelor, master and PhD level, and it already provides training in global competences, languages and a wide range of subjects in English. International, cultural, scientific and sport activities enable us to promote mobility, multilingualism, integration and intercultural knowledge among regions. Events that can, this new academic year, be held in person and will further strengthen the ties between our institutions. Partnerships with companies are another strategic focus of EUNICE, generating new professional development opportunities for students and researchers. Outstanding examples of this are the industrial workshops and the new international internship portal. Additionally, new industrial doctorate and entrepreneurship training programs will soon be launched. In the field of research, EUNICE promotes joint projects by coordinating the R&D resources and agendas of its universities and providing support for the companies, as well as nurturing the abundant talent within the alliance. These actions are reinforced by the activities of the EUNICE Research Project, REUNICE, such as the creation of digital platforms based on the latest technologies, artificial intelligence to connect related research teams, blockchain to publish open research papers, and much more. UNICE's vocation is to serve its society and therefore seeks key partners among institutions, NGOs, companies and students, creating links in a large community that grows every day for our common goal, to build the university of the future.